Hey, we're out in the garage today, and what we have here is a Kubota BX tractor, and we're going to be changing the fuel filters on this tractor. There are two fuel filters. There's one located underneath. It's tucked up really good up underneath there, and then there's also another one in the front here in the engine compartment. Changing them because I ran into a little issue when I was blowing snow. The tractor idled down real low, started to spit and sputter. Usually when that happens, it's kind of a sign that you have a dirty fuel filter. And it could also be maybe like your fuel is gelling up a little bit. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to get these fuel filters checked out, get them changed. And as you see, I just threw the tractor on a couple 2x6s here just to give a little more clearance. So that way, hopefully I can get under there and give you guys a good idea of what we're doing. So let's dive right into this and get it done. So before I go climbing under there, I'm going to magically change into my coveralls. Coveralls, just like that. All right, let's get climbing under there. I'll show you guys what we're going to be dealing with. I'm going to show you the tools that we'll be using. Very simple, nothing too crazy. Let's do it. All right, so we're just going to go over some of the tools that I'm going to be using here. Like I said, it's nothing too in-depth, too crazy. What I have here is this is just a pinch tool. This is to pinch off the fuel line because the rear filter, of course, comes right from the tank, so you're going to want to pinch that off. This tool right here, this is just a tool to separate the fuel line from the filters. So you'll stick that in there and then just push the hose off. Just our standard replacement fuel filters. A pair of needle nose pliers to get the clips off of the fuel lines. Then I do have one of these hose pliers. Just in case that hose is kind of stuck on there, you can grab the hose and just give it a little turn just to get it moving. And then of course, a screwdriver just in case and some lighting. And then a pan to catch your fuel because you're gonna have a little bit of fuel in those lines going to the front of the tank. So we're gonna go ahead and get right under there and I'll show you what we're looking at. All right, so we're right up underneath this tractor here. What I gotta do first though, I'm just gonna get this drive shaft out of the way just so that it's not in our way. Just pull that off real quick. And this is just my drive shaft for my front mount blower. I'm gonna go ahead and get that out of the way here. All right, so now I'm gonna try to get in here and show you guys where that fuel filter is. So if you look up under here, you can see it right there. Let me kind of get in there closer. All right, so you see we got a bracket on there. And then just the two fuel lines. There's some wire looms and other things that are zip tied around there. So I'll probably have to cut those zip ties off just to be able to get in there. I'm going to hopefully be able to get in here and have you guys see it as well. It's a little bit cramped underneath there. Like I said, it's really tucked up underneath there. So doing the rear one's a real big pain in the butt. The front one's not too bad. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to change this. Okay, so hopefully you guys don't see my big head in here. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to cut these zip ties off just so I can have a little bit of extra space here. There we go. Probably just cut the one. I don't know if I got to cut them both. And there is one little 10mm bolt here. So on that list of tools needed, of course, you're probably just going to need to get a 10mm wrench. So we'll grab one of those and we'll do this. So this is your filter here. This is, I believe, the lifter pump. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get this unbolted, pull it down, get these clamps off. Drain that little bit of fuel that's left in the system and get it going. All right, so we got that zip tie cut off from there, and we're going to go ahead and we got a 10mm bolt here that we're going to remove. That's just a small bracket that holds the fuel filter in place, and you can add that to the tools needed. I didn't list that in the beginning. And that was definitely on there, that's for sure. And now I bought this tractor used probably last spring maybe, and I did not change the fuel filters, so it's one of those maintenance things that I should have done when I did all my other hydraulic fluids and things like that, but I didn't do the fuel filter, so we're doing it now. Alright, so got that off, and just a couple of little pinch clamps here to get the fuel lines off. And like I said, we're going to want to pinch this back one here because this is where it's coming back from the tank. So we'll use that pinch tool. We'll pinch it off here first, and then we'll go ahead and we'll get these clamps off. All right, so we got the pinch tool here. So we'll just come in, and these are really nice because they don't damage the hose at all, and you get a nice good clamp with them. So that way you pinch off the fuel. Alright, so it looks like we're good to go. We'll go ahead and we'll remove this pinch clamp here with a pair of needle nose. And like I said, it's kind of cramped in here. It's kind of tight. Not a lot of space to work, so. Alright, so move that clamp out of the way here. And as long as you got that hose line pinched off from your gas tank, which is this upper one, which you're definitely going to want to make sure you do have it pinched off. Otherwise, you're going to have everything that's in the tank come flying out, and you don't want to do that. So now we'll go ahead, and like I said, I had these little hose pliers here. And I just do this just to give the hose a little twist, just to release it. It hasn't been changed in a while, so this way it's not going to really stick on there. Just kind of break the little bit of seal it has on there. And I got these nifty little separator pliers here that'll go in. And that helps me push right off there. Got my catch pan ready. You're ready for some fuel to come out, whatever's in the system there. Alright. Alright, so switching over to the pliers, not the needle nose, but the standard pliers here. Move that clamp from the other side. So we got that. Alright, we got our hose clamped good. So we're going to go ahead and get this other side off. Now these filters are like directional. It does say like there's a certain way of flow. So you just want to make sure that you put your new filter, your replacement filter back in the same way, okay? So we're going to go ahead with those hose pliers again here. And we're going to just break that seal. There we go. Alright. Alright, so we're just wiggling that out of there. Alright, so there we go. Fuel filter is out. And you're going to need to change the, you're going to need to remove this bracket from this filter, get it on your new filter. Make sure you have the flow correct. Check your new filter. It should only flow one way. And that's pretty much it. We'll get the new filter in underneath here, get the clamps back on, and button it up, and we'll get underneath the hood. Alright, so we have our bracket on the new filter. We're going to get the new filter installed here. Same thing, just the reverse of what you did. Make sure you do have the flow the right way though, of course. This does say on the filter itself that 2-carb is this way. So you just want to make sure you have that in the right orientation. Go ahead and get our fuel lines hooked back up. And then we're just going to move those clamps, those spring clamps back into place. And that's pretty much it for that. Go ahead and get our clamps back into place here. And like I said, this one, the top one here, is just a little tricky. Alright, so get that one in place here. Okay. Then we'll just remove our hose clamp, let the flow come back through. There we go. And then all we have to do is just bolt that back up in there. Alright. And then just, you can see where I cut these other zip ties off, and we'll go ahead and we'll just put zip ties back on so everything's back to the way it was. So we got that clamp, and the filter's plastic, so these filters that I bought, they did say that they were Kubota filters, but now that I'm looking at both of the filters compared to, next to each other, it doesn't really look like the genuine Kubota products. My local dealer did not have them, so I had to find another source because I didn't want to wait too long. Not sure how many more snowstorms we're going to get here in central New York, but just wanted to change them before it was too late. So, all right, we'll get that bolted back in. And then we'll get these this other wire looms just zip tied back up like they were from the factory. So there we have it. So we got the first filter done, and we're going to go ahead and zip tie these, move over to the front, and get that one replaced as well. All right, so we're just going to get this, get these zip ties back in here. Just don't want to leave anything hanging down low, because this is of course where your drive shaft will be for whatever you're running your deck, or you're running a front mount mower, or a front mount blower, I mean. So get these all back to the way they were. We'll cut the ends off of here. Alright, so that's it. First fuel filter's done. Let's move on to the front and get that next one changed.
And as you can see here, I'm going to turn the key on and you'll see that filter fill up with fuel. I just wanted to bleed a little bit of the air out of the system before I move down to the front filter.
So I kind of already knew this, but in order to get to that front filter, I did have to take off my front mount plow, because that little quick attach frame will not allow the front hood cover to slide forward. So I just went ahead real quick, took that off. It's not a big deal. Don't need it for the video. So now we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna get get this hood off so we can get right down here and see that fuel filter. And removing this is pretty easy. Just lift up your hood, undo those screws. If you've done your own oil changes, things like that, you've probably taken this off before. A lot easier to do. You don't have that front quick attach on there. And all you do is just basically just unhook it and slide it forward. Alright, so get that off, move it out of the way. Now I can get a better view of that filter for you guys. Okay, so here we are in the front here. And we have the filter, same filter that's underneath. This is just the front one. And right here is, this is like your bleeder screw. So once we get this filter changed, we'll probably end up just loosening that bleeder screw until we see some fuel come out of there. That way we know there's no air in the system. So let's go ahead and get this front one changed. Okay guys, so same drill here. I'm gonna just go ahead and pinch this one off here. And as you might have noticed in the first video here when I was pinching these pliers off, these pliers are great, but they don't actually, they should go one more click to stop the flow. They do work good on bigger hoses, but for these little hoses, sometimes it's tough. So what I have to do is I have to put a little zip tie on here and then tighten it the rest of the way so that we don't get any leakage. All right, so same thing as before. I'm gonna go ahead and just remove the mount. Okay. I can't tell you when these fuel filters were replaced last. Bought the tractor from a nice older gentleman. He did his own maintenance, so not sure if and when he changed these. I will maybe do a video on cutting these open and seeing how dirty they actually are. So, all right. We're going to be removing these ones. Move our clamps out of the way. Okay. And just try to loosen these hoses up. Okay. These pliers do work great for just loosening that little bit of a grip that these hoses get over time. All right, let me grab my drip pan. Slide that right underneath there. Go ahead and get that line separated. Go ahead and transfer the clamp on over to the new filter. Okay, we got our clamp on there. Go ahead and install those. Spring clamps back on. Okay. Go ahead and release my pliers. All right. Get this filter bolted back in place. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to purge the fuel line here. And that's done right here. And what we're going to do is just loosen this, and then you're just going to see, once you see a steady drip of fuel, you're going to loosen this, turn the key on, you'll see a steady stream of fuel, and then you'll know that it has primed itself. So let's go ahead and do that now. And you'll start to see that filter fill up as well. And as this fills up, you'll notice that less air will come out of here and you'll get a steady stream. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna crack this bleed screw right here. And once we turn the key on, this is where the air will bleed out. This filter will fill up. And as you can see, that filter filling up right there. And steady stream of fuel. And we'll go ahead and we'll fire it up. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. That way we can keep bringing you guys new videos. Thanks for watching.